गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन जय व्रत जन रंजन यशोदानंदन जय व्रत जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारि जय कुंज बिहारी यमुना तीरावनचारि जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे ओ कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओ हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram. Jayo Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Shyam Sundar Shri Radhe. Jaya Gora Gita, Gora Gita, Gora Gita, Jaya Gora Gita. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 2, contents of the Gita summarized, verse 34. Akirtim chapi bhutani katayishyanti te avyayam sambhavatisya chakirte varanadatirichyate. Akirtim chapi bhutani katayishyanti te avyayam sambhavatisya chakirtir varanadatirichyate. Akirtim chapi bhutani kathayishyanti te avyaya sambhavitasya chakirti maranadati richyate. Mataji. Word to word meaning. Akirtim, infamy. Cha, also. Api, over and above. Bhutani, all people. Kathayishyanti, will speak. Te, of you. Avyayam, forever. Sambhavitisya, for a respectable man. Cha, also. Akirtihi, ill fame. Maranat, then death. Atirichyate, becomes more. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki translation. People will always speak of your infamy, and for a respectable person, this honor is worse than death. Purport. Both as friend and philosopher to Arjuna, Lord Krishna now gives his final judgment regarding Arjuna's refusal to fight. The Lord says, Arjuna, if you leave the battlefield before the battle even begins, people will call you a coward. And if you think that people may call you bad names, but that you will save your life by filling the battlefield, then my advice is that you would do better to die in the battlefield. For a respectable man like you, ill fame is worse than death. So you should not flee for fear of your life, better to die in the battle. That will save you from the ill fame of misusing my friendship and from losing your prestige in the society. So the final judgment of the Lord was for Arjuna to die in the battle and not withdraw. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadana Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurativase Namah Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Vaya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is the second chapter where in the end of the first chapter we saw that Arjuna asked Krishna, who was his chariot driver, to take him in the middle of the battlefield so that he can see who are here to fight with him, who are the ones who are taking the side of the irreligion. So Krishna did that, and when he saw his dear ones, the close ones, whom he has spent his all life spending his memories, having functions together, like close associates, Arjuna became baffled and then he became weak and he said, I will not fight. His Gandiva slipped from his hand and then he sat on the chariot holding his head like this, I cannot fight. So it's interesting that your friend is in a situation where he is so confused that he don't know what to do. The one thing that he liked is fighting, he has given up. The one he is expert at is this archery. His bow is not able to hold a bow. And in such a situation, you tell him that you are a nonsense because you are speaking very, very big words that if I kill them, what will happen? This will happen, that will happen, and this is all nonsense. Why? Krishna started it because Arjuna now changed his relationship with Krishna. Instead of friendship, now he wanted good counsel. So Krishna started with speaking reality that you are nonsense. Nanu sochite pandita. You are speaking like learned words, but you are speaking all nonsense. And then he is heartbroken, he is confused, and then scientific knowledge is coming. You are not this body, your soul. I'm in pain. My hand is paining. And somebody comes to you and say, Prabhu, you're not this body, your soul. How will you take that? Prabhu, I'm in pain, but this is knowledge which is coming from Krishna. You're not his body, your spirit soul. Understand that. So Krishna in the second chapter, we are seeing that he's playing, well, no, not playing, like he's trying to analyze the situation and give proper counsel. He starts with scientific knowledge and he tells Arjuna that you're not soul, you're not this body, your soul. And Mata Spashastu Konteya, Sitoshna Sukha Dukkata, why you have to be baffled? Huh? Good, bad, famous, in infamy, whatever comes, it should not matter to you. You should not be affected by that. And he spoke that in 14th verse, right? That Mata Spashastu Konteya. And this is 34th verse where he's saying, infamy, my God, it's worse than death. What is happening now? Now you're speaking that you should not be affected, and here he said you will get affected. So when we give counseling or we try to help another person, we try to understand his situation, and then we guide him accordingly. And Krishna knew that as a Kshatriya, he has this Kshatriya mentality, which will help him to overcome his weakness. So whatever can help him, knowledge or provocation, he should give him. And this is what is happening in the whole second chapter. Now, he said, you should fight, and then liberation will come, and then again, Krishna will speak. You should not be affected. So, this is how Krishna is guiding his dear friend. And his dear friend is a Kshatriya, and Kshatriya spirit is very different. I think we are not even close to understand what is their spirit because they have a high level of responsibility for the society. Kshatriya, not the kings who enjoy opulence, royal palaces. No, Kshatriya means they have high responsibility. Just like Srila Prabhupada gives the example, IS officers and IPS officers, why they are given so much facilities, cars, bungalow, all everything, so that they can do their duties nicely, comfortably, without any anxiety. Similarly, the king who takes the headache of each and every living being, we can say, not only human beings. Living in Praja means every living being. Even a cow is responsibility of a king. For such a high responsibility, he's given the facility. He's given a kingdom, he's given a palace where he can perform his duties comfortably. So Kshatriya's qualities are described in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Shauryam tejo dhriti dakshyam yuddhe cha api palayanam. Dhanamishvara bhavasya shatram karma swabhavaja. That they are heroic. They will never come back from a fight. Only two things will happen. They will win or they will die. No middle ground. They can never run away from a fight. If he runs, then he's a Shudra. He's not a Kshatriya. There's a pastime also, Srila Prabhupada was saying, was speaking in his class, where there was a king, Yashomanta Sena. He was the, what do we say, commander-in-chief of Emperor Aurangzeb. So he went for a fight. His queen knew that he has went for a fight. And then in the battlefield, they were defeated. And he was alive. So he was coming back to his kingdom, to his queen. And the queen came to know that the king is coming back. And what she did, she said to the guards, close the door. Not welcome, close the door. Why? Like, just close the door. And the guards closed the door, and the king came at the gate and said, I want to enter. Or the queen said, close the door. So send a message that the king is here. She needs to open the door. And the queen says, my husband is here? No, no, no. He is not my husband. My husband is a king, a Kshatriya. If he goes to a battlefield, either he wins or he lies on the ground and die. Only two things can happen. So he has lost. So if this guy has lost a battlefield and he's coming back alive, he is not my husband. Rejected. Rejected. So that's the spirit that we don't see nowadays. Like, it's mind-boggling. And why we're not able to relate to it? Because we are being contaminated by the film industry. What we see right and wrong is from a perspective of movies, which are being presented by contaminated people, contaminated consciousness, and they never reveal the truth. They never speak about high moral principles. They will only speak on sense gratification. That's it, nothing else. So for us to relate to it is like how the queen can do that, like, right? Yeah. Yeah, but we see in society also, when the husband comes late, the wife doesn't open the door. It's normal. So door closing is not a big thing. But here the principle is that he's a king, he's a Kshatriya, he cannot lose a fight. He must win. If he has come back, he is to be rejected. Then he is a Shudra. And we see that same quality in the case where Arjuna was with Krishna in Dwarka, and there was a Brahmana whose child, whenever they were born, given birth, they immediately die. They actually not die, they disappear in the sky. And this was not the first time it was happening. It happened like 9 times till now. On the 9th time, like every time when this used to happen, the Brahmana used to come outside his house, go to the king's palace, outside the gate, he used to chastise. He is envious of Brahmanas. He is not even Kshatriya, Kshatriya Bandhu, and this and that. All allegations on him. Why? The allegation are being put on a Kshatriya. Like, his son has died, what has the king has to do with it? As per the principle, if something bad is happening in your praja, the cause is the king. He is to be blamed for, because he is disqualified. That's why such bad things are happening. Now we see such type of management. We never see that such type of management. Like, people are dying, like a son dying in front of his father is the result of a disqualified king. But now every day many things are happening like that. So what to speak about that? But that was the way of living, that the king was so much responsible, nothing bad can happen. Even if there is extreme weather, who's to be blamed? The king is to be blamed. That's the level. So we can imagine how much responsible the Kshatriyas are. Now we say Kshatriyas on the card, on the t-shirt, I'm a Kshatriya, and someone comes with a gun, oh, all the cowardness comes up. It's all nonsense, false prestige. Kshatriya means they are responsible and they don't like to fight. So I'm a fighter means I'm a Kshatriya. No. They fight out of duty, not for their pleasure. Not for themselves. They fight for higher cause. Oh, Kshatriya, the kings have many queens. So they have many headache also. It's not like that. So they are a responsible person, and it's not easy. So Arjuna, he saw that this Brahmana is accusing, and he's accusing Krishna also. Said, oh, stop, stop. You are trying to say that all the Kshatriyas are failure now? I'm a Kshatriya. Tell me your problem. And then he was explaining, and he says, I promise you, your next child will never disappear. I'll protect him. And the Brahmana is laughing. Ha 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 ha. Balram failed, Krishna failed, Pradyumna failed, Aniruddha failed, and this Arjuna is promising that he will protect my child. How can he say that? Impudent child. And Arjuna said, I don't know about Krishna. I'm not Krishna. I'm not Balram. I'm the Gandiva holder. I've defeated Shiva. He was like indirectly trying to mock Krishna also. And I'll protect. I promise you. If I don't do that, I will myself jump in the fire and give up my life. That was the level of like promise. So he promised. The Brahmana went back with the promise. Child was born. He called Arjuna, come Arjuna. And when the child was born, Arjuna was ready with all the mantras. This time he was not taking shelter of Krishna because Krishna failed in protecting the child. This time he was taking shelter of Lord Shiva, calling all the mantras and this and that. And then Krishna was having fun from the balcony. Oh, No problem. Because I'm the one who's making disappear. So he was seeing the whole scenario, enjoying the scenario. And then child came, arrows were shot, and both disappeared. Arrows disappeared, the child disappeared, and the Brahmana, you rascal, you nonsense, you like dongi, fake, not able to even fulfill your promise. You're not able to fulfill your promise. What are you speaking about? And Arjuna was ready to give up his life because he promised. Such a value of promise. Do we see that in this world? Promise being kept? Many people take vows, many people commit themselves in marriages and so many things. Are they able to keep that? Why? Weakness of the heart. Hridaya daurbalyam. And what's hridaya daurbalyam? Selfishness. Only for oneself. When we try to work for ourselves, we are weak. When we work for Krishna, we are given strength. Strength to commit to higher values, strength to be pure, strength to do so many things. When we start acting for sense gratification, this is the cause where we start becoming weak. So the whole essence of our existence is to please Krishna. Then our senses will be strong. Strong means they will be not bewildered by lower desires, lower inclinations. Even though your modes of nature, which you have got in your body structure, might be inclining you to do nonsense, still you won't be relating to it. You will be having detachment from it. You will understand that this is the body I've got. I'm in this body, but I'm not this body. I'm inside, but I'm not this body. He can discriminate because his intelligence is working. So when this can happen, when we are working for Krishna, that's the only way. Sometimes we work for Krishna, but inside something else is happening. What is happening? My glories. Oh, glorify me. Such a nice kirtan, such a nice class. So if the result, the endeavor, the intention is not dedicated for Krishna's pleasure, then all such actions will lead to weakness of the heart. Hridaya daurbalyam. And such a weak heart cannot handle big promises, high values. It cannot handle. So that's why it's very important for everyone, especially a man, that who is more responsible in the family, that he needs to be a devotee of the Lord. He needs to be a devotee of the Lord. There is no other, because he is the head of the family. He has more responsibility. He needs to be a devotee of the Lord. And based on that, he can, what we say, he can deliver his family. Just like a king can deliver his praja by becoming a devotee of the Lord. Similarly, a father, a husband can deliver his family by becoming devotee of the Lord. That's the whole essence of the arrangement by Krishna. So that's why a boy sent to a brahmacharya ashram. Why? So that he can get trained for the war which is going to happen in his life for like next 30, 40 years. From 5 to 20 or whatever is the age, he trains under the shelter, disciplined, yeah, understand the values of life, not being engrossed in sense gratification. Like people nowadays, I've seen the youth, my time also now, all this. They love and enjoy mocking others. They will speak all rubbish. Every sentence, one bad word. Here, one bad word. Oh, and they love that. But it's the most like regrettable thing to happen, but they enjoy that. Why? Low consciousness. No control over senses, no control over tongue, nothing. Or we can say, not trained actually. They know all mathematics, they know algebra, everything, but still inside, bogus. Because the mind is not in control. So that's why they're not able to deliver their work. When they go to workplace, they are failure. Why? Because mind is not in control. But now we have such a population of such kind of people, they are trying to rebel now. Oh, Andolan. Because same kind of people are there. Low consciousness, low IQ, we can say low understanding. So that's why it's very important from childhood, a child is trained to understand sense control. Because the sense control will help us to be free in our life. The ones who are engaged in sense gratification, they are bound, they're shackled by their desires. They cannot come out of it. They will be forced. Like someone is raping. He knows what will happen after rape. He will be hanged. But still he does that. Still he does that. Why? Not able to control. Shackled by the desire, shackled by the impetus. That's the whole arrangement. And then he loses his life. He loses his life. He will know. He will be ill fame. He will, so many things will happen. But when the desire, impetus comes, he cannot control. Why? Not trained. not trained. So this culture of God consciousness is so much important in the society. But we see society has kept this God consciousness in the background and just make a show. Everything show off, hodgepodge. But luckily, by mercy of sadhus, by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, that we have a place where we are given the access to the real knowledge. And what is the real knowledge? That I am eternally servant of Krishna. Who is speaking all this? No one is speaking. Everybody is training their child to become master of their life. What do you want to become? At the age of 5, how can I decide what I want to become? Oh, you will become a lawyer, you will become an engineer, this and that. Like trying to make them control over their life. So this is a society we are living in, and that's why a devotee knows what is best for his self-interest, and that's why he gets at a distance from such people, and he associates with like-minded people who are spiritually inclined. And this is the whole purpose this organization has been set up. Temple is not for time pass. The whole purpose of temple is to come together and discuss about God consciousness. That's the whole essence. So to manage all this arrangement, this culture, the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas were responsible. There are four categories: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So it's not about birth. Oh, you are a Shudra born. Oh, your surname in this, you are Shudra. No, 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 no. It's about the mentality. Because a Vaishya kind of person, he will be always focusing on profit. How to sell a 20 rupees thing at 200 rupees. So previously, Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas used to do that, make margin, but with that margin, they used to serve Krishna, not take a new car. Protect the cows. This is how they used to do. Shudra, they all are worried about only one thing. Din ke end mein, at the end of the day, money will come or not. When the money comes, I'll spend everything in drinking and enjoying. Shudras are only worried about enjoyment. Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, they are responsible. They are responsible. Why? Because they are concerned about such foolish people. Because they're spoiling their life, they are concerned that they will be going to hell. They're destroying their life. So they are making arrangement by giving class, by making arrangement. That's why they are respected more. So people, if their mentality is to take responsibility, they come in higher class. It's as per the mentality. Guna karma vibhagasa, not janma. Your surname is this, so you're Shruta. Oh, I am this. What's name? Sharma. Oh, Brahmana. No, it's not about that. It's about the mentality of the person. Is it like that? So if he's not like that, even though he's born in Brahmana family, he's called Dvija Bandhu. Friend of a Brahmana, not a Brahmana. Friend of a Brahmana. So the mentality is so much important. And with association, you can develop right kind of mentality. We have example of Narad Muni, who was born in a Shudra family. He associated with the Bhakti Vedantist, and he took their association, and he became the Mahajana. Just by associating with the devotees of the Lord, he became a Mahajana. So what about us? We can, if we associate with Krishna, with Krishna's devotee, we'll get purified. And that's why a person coming from South Africa, a person coming from low birth, whatever it is, he gets a chance to take second initiation and serve the deity. Where this opportunity is given, anywhere except our society. Nowhere. They will discriminate you based on your birth and this and that. And how this is possible? By mercy of Srila Prabhupada. By mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says it's about getting qualified by following the process. By following the process, metal can convert into gold. If you know the process. So the process is purification. And how? Hearing and chanting about Krishna. That's the essence, hearing and chanting about Krishna. So this process of hearing and chanting is so much important even in spiritual life. If we neglect it, our spiritual life becomes stagnant, like a swamp. If you have gone to a river, your sense river is always flowing fresh. But if there is dal, it's stagnant, smells. Everything is like almost like rotting. So if you want to have a proper flow in your spiritual life, you have to increase your hearing and chanting. Don't get happy. My 16 rounds are done. Done means done. I don't want to see my bead bag now. Disappear. Satsuru Maharaj says, the real chanting begins after your 16 rounds. Your real chanting begins after your 16 rounds. So that's why we need to understand chanting is not a formality. Chanting We do chanting so that we can chant more. So kirtan, describing Krishna, his glories, that's the whole essence. And this is what responsibility was taken by Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. They used to preach God consciousness. And Kshatriyas used to make arrangement that this God consciousness flourishes. That's the whole thing. So Krishna is saying that don't give up fighting, fight. And if you give up fighting, you will be like, you will be become infamous. Nobody will like you. And not you will only become defamed. I will also become defamed because I become your chariot driver. And people will say, oh, you were helper of Bhagoda. The Arjuna who ran away from the battlefield, you are his friend. And interestingly, Krishna is famous as a Ranchod. He ran from the battlefield. Arjuna didn't run, but Krishna ran from battlefield. And he's famous and he's worshipped. Krishna took birth in a jail. He's worshipped. Krishna is stealing. He's worshipped because he's Supreme Personality of God. So Arjuna is a very special case where the Supreme Personality of God himself has agreed to become his chariot driver. And when he has agreed and this person leaves the battlefield, what will happen? That's why he's saying, don't misuse my name. And what he's saying, you better die on the battlefield. That's better. You die in the battlefield. Don't go back because everyone will go against you. Everyone. So the Kshatriya spirit is like that they are worried more about their promises. If they are challenged, they won't go back. You're challenging me, I'll fight with you. It's like Balram was in the marriage of Krishna's grandson, I think so. And Rukmi challenged Balram to make fun of him. Well, let's play some game of like some gambling kind of thing. And Rukmi, with all his friends, they were having fun of Balram because they knew that Balram don't know how to play this. Because he's a coward, but like how much he knows. So they were challenging him. Balram said, okay, bring money. He gave so much money and Rukmi gave so much money. And Rukmi won. And the first one, Rukmi won. Balram was so angry. His eyes were totally red. Like he's just going to burst with anger. So angry. And to, like, what do you say, make him more angry, Rukmi was mocking Balram. Oh, this coward, he doesn't know how to play. And all his friends, yes, he is like this only. Fake Kshatriya. And they were showing their teeth. And they like this. They said, more money. Second round, Balram won. But Rukmi said, oh, this is cheating. And all of his friends are saying, oh, yes, Rukmi is right. Balram cheat. And Balram got more angry, like, I won, he's saying cheat. Okay, agreed, accepted. More money. Third round. And third round, he won Balram again. And to give like the verdict, even Akashvani happened that Balram has won. This Rukmi is cheating. But still Rukmini didn't accept it. Balram took his club, took the head of Rukmi and smashed his head. Done. Killed Rukmi. And who is Rukmi? The father of the groom. He killed the father in the marriage ceremony. And Krishna, brother of the groom? Yes, yeah. Something. Relative. He killed a relative. And Krishna, he was like shocked. If I speak against Balram, Balram will become unhappy. If I speak in favor of him, my wife, Rukmini, whose brother has been killed just right now, she will become unhappy. And Krishna didn't say a word, just kept quiet. So Kshatriyas are so aggressive, they're ready to fight and kill each other. And Prabhupada says in the Krishna book, this is how it happens. Whenever Kshatriyas get together, they fight and they kill. That's their nature. They fight and they kill. That's it. Nothing else. Because this is how they have been trained. We see the pastime of Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj got hurt at the age of 5 by the words of the stepmother that you're not eligible to sit on the lap of the father. Like, who gets hurt at the age of 5? You chastise us, you beat us, come back to you again only. This is our nature, right? We don't never get, our ego is not like boosted. But as he was a Kshatriya, by like nature and birth, he took it very seriously. And he took it so seriously, he left home also. At the age of 5, you will ever leave home? You are so fearful that you cannot even leave your room, one room to another room. You're so fearful. You need someone. Like leaving the home and where to go? To the forest. All alone. Tigers are there, jackals are there. Everyone can kill him, instantly eat him. Snakes are here. We are afraid of the mosquitoes. Oh, what will happen? No mosquito repellent here. So, but here, so many insects and wild animals are there which can kill him. But he went there. Why? Because his mother told him that the Lord is present in the forest. Yogis, they go to the forest and they meditate on the Lord. And he went there, seriously. And Narad Muni came. He said, "Oh, you're a small boy. Why to take so much seriously words of stepmother? It happens in family life. Go back." And then Dhruv Maharaj says, "Oh, no, no. There are four kinds of spirit: the Brahmana spirit, the Kshatriya spirit, the Vaishya spirit, and the Shudra spirit. I'm a Kshatriya. You're telling me to forgive. Difficult for me. I cannot forget. I want to take revenge. I want to achieve what I've decided. So if you have anything which will help me in this getting achieved, speak. Otherwise, get going. Move ahead." He was ready to reject Narad Muni. Narad understood that he won't go back, and he said, "Okay, meditate on the Lord, make the deity, and chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya." He was so determined. Within few months, he made the Lord appear in front of him. He made the Lord himself appear in front of him at the age of 5. And the whole universe was choking because he was doing so much intense austerity. Started with fruits and leaves, khatam, water, khatam, air, nothing. Stopped eating, inhaling anything, nothing. Why? Kshatriya spirit. So by this we can understand how serious they are. And by this we can understand how, what we say, loose we are. We are so loose character in this age, Kali Yuga. We cannot expect such high morals. Huh? But for name, oh, I'm a Kshatriya, I'm a Singh, or I'm this and that, it's just a show to get attraction, to get attention, we can say. So, Krishna, he was chastising Arjuna that you're my friend, don't do like this. Sambhavit is a chakirti. If you don't fight, you will be chastised, you will be like criticized by people. And not only you, your friends will be criticized, your next generation also will be criticized. So, better what you do, you die here only. And Prabhupada was also sharing many places that the Kshatriyas, they're very interesting. They're fighting in the day, in Mahabharata, they were fighting the day against each other, ready to kill each other. The night they should come together and eat, party, feast. And next day again fighting. If the other person is fighting so nicely, they will appreciate. Kya baat. This is Kshatriya spirit, Prabhupada is saying. And he was giving an example of Bhima and Jarasandha. They both were fighting and nobody was ready to like fall down, like lose, or we can say die. But they used to fight in the day and in the night they used to have feast together. Prabhupada saying this is Brahminical culture, high culture. Then he gave example of Arjuna. Arjuna was really giving headache to Duryodhana. Duryodhana said, Bhishma Pitama, you are doing partiality. You're not killing your dear sons. And he agitated Bhishma and said, tomorrow, if I don't kill these Pandavas, and he took something and said, tomorrow they will be killed. Okay, by how will they kill them? This fire arrows. With this fire arrows, I will kill them. Duryodhana thought, if these arrows are lost, then Bhishma won't kill him. So let me keep the arrows with me only. Krishna came to know. Krishna said, Arjuna, now is the chance to fulfill your promise, which he gave, Duryodhana gave to you, that whatever you ask, I will give you. He sent Arjuna to Duryodhana, and Duryodhana saw Arjuna. He was not like angry, my enemy, this and that. He said, oh, come, my little brother. He hugged him, he gave him a nice seat. Do you want anything? Or do you want a whole kingdom? I can give you the kingdom. Just ask what you want. But said, no, no, I don't want the kingdom. I only want one thing. What one thing? I want those 5 arrows, which Bhishma Pitama is going to use next day. Took the 5 arrows, and Duryodhana, although how much crooked he was, he gave those 5 arrows. Brahminical culture. Prabhupada says this is Brahminical culture. Then he gives example of Ramchandra. Ramchandra was announced that he will be king next day. What is his name? Dashrath Maharaj. He will be putting his elder son as the king on the throne. Decided, announced. Kekai came. Kekai, yes, right? Kekai. She came. Oh king, now is the day to fulfill your promise that you gave to me. And what is the promise? Send your dear son, whom you are going to put on throne, to forest for how many years? 14 years, and put my son on the throne. Like, I made the announcement. Tomorrow he will be the king. Everybody is in favor of that. They want that. And you, lady, you're saying put your son, who is like third number, second number, I don't know, third number. You want him to become the king? And Dasharatha like, but he gave the promise, Kshatriya. Okay, I'll fulfill that. He called Ramchandra. Ramchandra, the situation, the plan has changed. You have to go to the forest. Like, okay, you don't want me to make me the king. Let me stay in the kingdom. But you're sending me to forest now. And how many years? 14 years. This is too much. And Ramchandra said, okay, no problem. No problem. No fight. Oh, I'll go to court. Nothing like that. Agreed. And Ramchandra quietly left and stayed there for 14 years. His wife also stayed. Sita Devi also said. Lord's wife also stayed with him. Lakshman also went. Why? Prabhupada says Brahminical culture. And then, yeah. So, if the society doesn't have Brahminical culture, they will have cats and dog culture. That's it. Prabhupada says. They don't have Brahminical culture, high values, they will have cats and dogs. And that this is what we see. Small issues. Parking fight, killed each other. Didn't like the words, kill each other. This is how people are staying together, killing each other and destroying each other's life. Why? No higher values. So it's our duty as preachers of Krishna consciousness that we at least give everyone an opportunity that they have option in their life. The life we've been trained, we've been, brainwashed that this is a way of living struggle. I was watching one interview where he was saying that nowadays the recruiters in the company, they hire people who have no personal life or no family life. They are alone, they don't have anyone in their life, and they hire such person so that he can, give his whole hours of the day, 16, 18 hours, whenever they call, they are ready to come so that they can get more output with less salary. They're hiring such person. And people are so much bored in nowadays that they don't even marry a woman. They marry a robot nowadays. In Japan, you don't have a headache. You can create your own robot, your own version of robot, and you can marry her. And if you don't like the face, you can put whatever face you want on her robot. Any actress face you can put. That's the level they have gone. Why? Because she won't complain. Oh, you didn't give me jewelry. You didn't give me this. No complaint. She'll be your like anything, your pet toy. And they're marrying, legally married. This is the way they are living. And this I saw like 8 years ago. Now you can imagine what level they have gone right now. Why? Totally mode of ignorance. No higher values, no finer sentiments, no finer sentiments, lack of God consciousness. So it's our duty that we do Harinam. By Harinam, the listener get purified. Huh? The person who's speaking, he gets purified. Trees get purified, birds get purified. Even the place where the Harinam is done, it gets purified, sanctified. And whoever crosses that road, that place where the Harinam took place, he will also get purified. That is the potency of Harinam. So this is what we have to do. We have to glorify Krishna. Whenever we get the chance, speak his glories, yeah, and try to dedicate our life in this mission. So let's have some mission in our life. Not only tension in our life, have some mission in our life. Tension of what will happen in my job, what will happen in my salary, what will happen. Nothing will happen. Whatever is going to happen, it will happen. That will happen. Only one choice you have. You can become God conscious or you can become body conscious. That's up to you. So let's focus on that. Let's become God conscious and make our life successful. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So, any questions? We have 2-3 minutes. Any questions or any comments? We can take. If there's nothing, I'll speak about Loknath Goswami, whose today is his disappearance day. So Loknath Goswami is a great Vaishnava, Acharya in our line. He always kept himself in the background. He did so many huge contribution, but he said, don't put my name. Don't put my name. And they all agreed because Loknath Goswami is saying his deity is Radha Vinodji, very beautiful deity right now in Jaipur. And I was reading the past time that they came to him because he desired to serve the deity form of the Lord. And he was in Umrao, I think, in Vrindavan. And near Kishori Kund, they appeared. The first thing they said, okay, we are here, you can have us, but now give something to eat. Like I've seen many pastimes where, but devotee, the deities never said in the first meeting, give something to eat. So I went to Jaipur many times. I go many times. So my first experience when I went to Radha Vinodji, the pujari, this guy, he's like so demanding, like he's speaking to the deity, I think. The deity says, oh, you came empty-handed, go, bring some flowers. Okay, I brought flowers and said, only flowers, bring some fruits also. And brought fruits also. Only one type of fruits, bring more variety of fruits. Like he was making me go here and there in the morning 7 a.m. Like, what is this? I'm come for darshan, I'm not come to serve you. My mind was saying like that. But very demanding, I meant to say. Very demanding deity, beautiful deity. Small eyes, beautiful eyes. And then Loknath Goswami decided he will never initiate, but Narottam Das Thakur, he wanted to become disciple of Loknath Goswami. He served him, and he served in the absence also, just like Loknath Goswami was passing stool in one area, and that he is comfortable to go the next day. Narottam Das Thakur, when Loknath Goswami used to go away from there, he used to clean that place, put fresh mud like this. So interesting is that devotional service is not about what do we say performance. Oh, see, so nicely done. It's all about actual dedication. Someone sees me, someone doesn't see me, someone glorifies me, doesn't glorify me. I am dedicated to the service. And due to this attitude, Narottam Das Thakur became initiated by Loknath Goswami. And this is what we need to understand. Okay, Guru Maharaj is here, we will serve him so nicely. We'll be always coming to Mangal Aarti. Now he's not here. And after a few years, he won't be here also in this world. What will do that time? No show to make. So that's the real way to dedicate ourselves. Not for performance, but just to commit yourself. And if you do that, then really we advance in spiritual life. So that's it. Time up. Thank you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samasta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Gaur Premanande.